Welcome to EdifyK4. This video is going to take you on a quick tour of both the student interface and the teacher interface and see the power of the system that is EdifyK4. This is the standard login page. This page looks the same for all users. A simple username and password can be created, or a single sign-on can take place if you are a Google Apps school. When logging in initially, you will see the dashboard. This is the student interface. The bar across the top is the navigation bar that remains the same as the student moves throughout the system. There's a home button, a messages button for sending and receiving mail, the student profile that can be adjusted, as well as the logout button. This box shows the points that the student has earned from interacting within the system. EdifyK4 was built on the idea of gamification to increase student engagement. Students earn points by engaging in lessons, assessments, rating resources, entering minutes into their reading log, and many other ways. The left side of the dashboard shows the student's classroom. Clara is taking 5 courses. EdifyK4 has content written for standards in math, reading, science, and social studies. Reading and math are based on the Common Core standards. Science and social studies are based on the Michigan GLICs. The right side of the screen shows the Just For Me section. This is the opportunity for the student to customize their experience that is specific to their interests. They have an interactive reading log to enter their reading minutes, and that information goes directly to the teacher. They have a space where they can view the badges that they've earned from earning the points while engaging in the system. They also can set personal and academic goals, and also view the resources that may have been directly sent to them by their teacher or resources that have been sent to them by taking assessments. All of the buttons can be hovered over.
Math, science, social studies,
and audio can be heard to tell them where the button navigates. They can also hover over other text within the system, and when there is a speaker visible, they can click on it.
Classroom.
Text-to-speech and audio is enabled throughout the system, but can also be disabled within the student profile.
Reading.
When entering into a course, the student will see a game board. This is another piece of the gamification of EdifyK4. The students get an overview of each unit and a journey to follow to be able to see their learning throughout the course of the unit. Lessons with stars are lessons that have been completed. Along the left side of the page, you will see the course navigation buttons: Course Home, My Resources, My Progress, and My Extras. This drop-down menu takes the student through the various units within the course. When entering into a lesson, a student simply needs to click on the box and hit the Go button. We're going to first take an assessment so that you can see the different types of assessment items that a student may encounter or that a teacher may build.
Continue.
Edify contains over 85,000 different types of assessment items, including multiple choice, true and false, fill in the blank, short answer, essay, but we also have items called plotting and Mad Lib. 65,000 of those 85,000 items are leased from the NWEA. Teachers can build their own assessment items or use the ones that are existing within the system. In this case, we have a multiple choice item, but it's not a standard multiple choice item. It contains audio and also images.
Click on the picture to hear the words. Choose the word that does not rhyme with pat, pat, cat, hat, pot.
I'm going to answer these questions incorrectly so that you can see the power of EdifyK4. This is an example of a plotting question. The student simply drags and drops the answers into the chart. A teacher can upload any image to use for a plotting question. In this case, it's a table.
Next question.
This multiple choice question includes audio instructions. What is the sound at the end of this word? 6. 6. Choose from the answers below. It also includes videos for the multiple choice answers.
Ooh. Ooh.
A student can also message a teacher directly from any assessment
Send
item.
message. Next question.
Here's another example of a plotting question. This image contains a table, but it also contains other images. EdifyK4 is built on responsive design, which means that it can be used on any kind of device. It can also be used on smartboards.
Next question.
This is a Mad Lib. The answers simply drag and drop into the spaces and can be traded out by just dragging another answer over the top of the space.
I'm done. Yes,
All of these
I'm done.
items were auto-graded items. The system will grade them automatically to give the student immediate feedback. The teacher also receives immediate feedback, which we will see in just a moment. Every assessment item in the system is tagged with a standard or substandard.
Standards. Close.
The assessment items can be shown with the incorrect and the correct answer if desired. The teacher can determine how that is viewed by the student. This student didn't do very well on the assessment. She scored 0 out of 19. Whenever the student does not meet the mastery threshold for any standard within the assessment, which the teacher can set, this one is defaulted to 80% mastery. The system will automatically generate resources for remediation. The standards again are indicated
Recommended for question 3 standards.
for each resource,
Close.
as well as the question number that the resource is connected to. The student can also rate the resource by giving it a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and they earn points when they do so. This is a great place for parents to engage in their students' learning. It provides parents with direct resources to support what the child needs to learn. There's no more question now about how to teach Common Core. Parents have the resources right at their fingertips. When a teacher logs in, it looks very much the same. Yet the teacher's dashboard looks different. The teacher can view notifications from the class about what lessons or assessments the student has completed, how all of the students in all of their courses are doing, and assignments that are coming due. A teacher also has 3 tabs along the front: courses they're teaching, courses they're taking, and templates. Courses they're taking are their professional development courses, and templates are where they build their courses. Edify is built in the spirit of collaboration. Any of the lessons, assessments, or items within the system can be modified, edited, or not used, however the teacher chooses. As I mentioned before, teachers also receive immediate data. When going into the course, they again have notifications, but now they're specific to that course. The performance is also specific to the course. This indicates how the students are performing in their mastery level on the standards that have been assessed. If we view the assessments, we can look at the assessment that was just taken. And we can see here that Clara earned a 0%. This really doesn't tell us why Clara earned a 0% or why Delilah earned 37%. But if we go into the Performance tab, we can drill down right to the individual standard and get a clearer picture of how each student is doing in the course. If we take a look at Joseph, we see that he has an 86% in the reading course on the standards that have been assessed. If we open up Joseph's tab, we see that he's doing pretty well in all of these areas, except for informational text. But let's take a closer look at this 86%. Why is Joseph only getting an 86%? From here, we can look at, in the vocabulary standards that have been assessed, he's struggling a bit with multiple meaning words. Now we know how to provide intervention for Joseph. From this Performance tab, you can filter this data however you choose. You can also use reports. If we look at the Performance by Standard report, we can view all standards that have been assessed in the course thus far and see how the students are doing. Along the left, we see all of the standards that have been assessed thus far. The green indicates mastery level met at 80% or above. The yellow indicates partially proficient at 60%, and anything below that will appear red. Any of these standard bars can be clicked on and viewed. The information can be sorted for easy grouping. Data can be also generated by teacher-facing assessments. As elementary teachers, we know that student-facing assessments are not always the most appropriate way to gather data. Teachers often walk around with sticky notes and clipboards and binders to catch observational data while their students are counting, reading, or writing. If we go into the course, the Assessments tab, and Course, we can give a checklist assessment, do a reading level entry, a running record entry, or a Dibbles entry. A checklist assessment is simply going in, determining the students that you're going to observe, choosing from the criteria, in this case, questioning and purpose and understanding, and then choosing the mastery level that you are observing with a click of a button. Running record entry allows you to enter all running record data that you would gather during a running record session. It can be used for benchmarking or progress monitoring. Any fields that appear in red will automatically generate the rates automatically calculate along the bottom. The grade level that is chosen triggers the standards that appear in the rubric for fluency and comprehension. If the student does not meet proficiency in any of these criteria, resources again are generated to the student for that standard. In the running record entry form, we have a fluency rubric as well as a comprehension rubric. We also have a simple reading level entry form that uses Fountas and Pinnell or Lexile levels, and a Dibbles entry form. You can progress monitor or do benchmarking data with Dibbles 6th or Dibbles Next. Edify was built in the spirit of collaboration, so we make it very easy for teachers to collaborate. The lesson template is where lessons and units and courses are built. We have the units along the left. When you open them up, you see the lessons within. On this side of the page, you can search for lessons within your briefcase, within your district, or within the global repository. You simply search by keyword, find the lesson that you would like to use, and drag it into your unit. All lessons, resources, and assessments within Edify can be used as is or customized to your needs or your students' needs. We look forward to meeting with you to share the full EdifyK4 demo and explore the ways that your district or school or classroom can maximize the power of this amazing system.